The start of the 2022 Duckhook season is here, and coming up in January, the Sunday Series 1 season starts at Services Golf Club on the 16th of January. The Thursday Series starts at the Wanderers in Sandton on the 20th of January. Then, Sunday Series 2 kicks off at the Abotsi Links on the 30th of January. Plenty action not to be missed. It's a happy new year, Duckhook golfers, and it's so nice to see all the names popping up so quickly. That means your phone's in your hand and you are ready for a new season, new goals. Can you win trophies? There's a lot of boys with a lot of what should we say, passion towards making the 2022 season an absolutely awesome season. Well, you are here, and we are all a bit rusty when it comes to the Duckhook Golf Show because we haven't had to speak to everybody for a while. So I'm not the only one. And let me just bring in our special guests. Here they are. And do you like the new look, everybody? There's Donnie Geldenhuys on top. We've got Frikkie in the middle, our current player of the season. And we got Ryan, who is our know-it-all stats guy, who's joining us to talk about handicaps today and add some extra insight into what's going to happen. Boys, are we well?
Yeah, nice. Everything going well on this side. It's been a lekker holiday, can I say. Need to get some practice. At least had some 4 rounds with the new Swixen club. So, looking forward to the season.
Are you telling me you haven't had much practice? How many rounds have you played this year already?
Just one this year, and then a driving range session.
Okay. Giving us a chance.
Absolutely. I need to give you a chance for that tattoo.
Yes, and if you don't know, Frikkie and myself in the last show of last year, we said we were going to do a bet. The guy who finishes worst out of the two of us in the player rankings will get a tattoo.
You said winnings, not player rankings. Don't change this.
Oh, okay. So I need to win 3 events, and you need to win.
You need to, yes.
Okay. So at least he's got to win something. Donnie, how's your holiday been?
Yeah, it started out very well, and then the year started off a little bit crappy. Had COVID last week, so got back to the office today. So it's like I'm out of my little home jail. But otherwise all good. Looking forward to the year. It's like work-wise, golf-wise.
And Ryan, you must have been. Let me try that again. You must have been busy when it comes to handicap calculations for the new season, because there's a lot of players that need to be calculated. We've had so many members, let me just jump in here, that has joined recently, new faces, so expect to see a lot of new faces. So this show is also for them. Hopefully they catch it at some point so that we can update them on what is happening. So cheers to everybody that's coming through. Ryan, I was talking to you.
How's it going? I've actually had a very strong year, meaning that it's been quite a busy start of the year, but not too busy for me to set up my own little practice net, because I decided that this year I need to play much better than the last year and a half. So Frikkie, I'm coming for you.
Everyone wants to,
Everybody wants to.
And boys, we're not alone. The reason that we are here is because of everybody that watches our show. So we got Morna Kelly. Hello, Morna. You are probably very excited that you're able to watch the Duckhook show. He's been on our groups already. Too much excited. Then we got Quibus. Hello, Quibus. Nice to see you. Hello, boys. Start of a new season. You're damn right. There's a start of a new season. Lyle, back from his awesome vacation. If you saw his photos that he'd been posting on Facebook, sitting in Mykonos, if I'm not mistaken. So that must have been awesome. Leon Westhazen. Hello, Leon. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully this is the year you can win a series event. A couple of second places last year. Hansi, lekker boys, Happy New Year to all of you. Happy New Year to you too, and to Jacomin, your wife. Carl van der Linde, yes, Carl, hey, Ducks. I can tell you one little thing, is Carl will be featuring in the team's match play this year. He wasn't in before, but he's got a new partner, and his partner is Pranay. So I'm glad to see you in the teams. I'm going to scroll down. Brian Owen, Happy New Year. Yapi, Nant, Ducks. Billy, hello. Paul Ricketts, yes, Paul, I really hope this is true. Hello, chaps. Services is mine and going to be a few more. Well, let's hopefully 2022 is your season. Shannon Schaefer, never to miss a show. Hello, Shannon, and let it be prosperous to you. And we keep going. Karuna says hi. Rudolph says hi. You will see all this at the bottom. Trevor Miller, hi, Trevor. Wait, I saw something. No, I flashed past it already. Luki Janssen, Lekker, Manne, Nant, and all that. Okay, great. Keep your comments coming. I mentioned in the description that we'll give a little prize away. So I've got 2 questions, and we'll see who we give it to. It's 2 sleeves of Schussen Software. There you go. So you'll get that on Sunday. Cool. What's on the show, boys? Well, let me explain to you quickly. What's hot, what's new, what's coming up this season, competitions to look forward to. We'll be chatting about that quickly. Then we're going to look at the shootout teams. We already know what the Thursday and 2 Sunday teams are, but there's a matter of a Barbarians team, which we're announcing tonight because time is running out. And if you didn't know, the shootout is on the 13th of February, which is around the corner. It's like a month away. So we need to get that team out so that we can finalize what we are doing. And then we're going to talk about handicaps, either to remind you of how it works, and the cap, what's happening with the cap, and we've got some examples for you. And from just what Ryan was saying off air, it is, I like it. It gives us some more shots to play with, which is cool. Then we're going to go to Kloof. Kloof started the Durban series, played at Kloof. They started their season this last Sunday. We're just going to catch up on some results. And then services, then we're into it, right? And then we can build up to services. So, there we go. Boys, are you ready?
Ready, let's do it.
Let's do this.
Before we start, Frikkie, as the 2021 Duckhook champion, came to get his fitting done for the Strix and Irons. And you've been playing with him, so I'm going to play this first, and then you can update the guys on how it's going with a new set of clubs.
Lekker, I'll do that.
Well, that moment has come, and our player of the season of 2021 is here. Why? Because he won himself a set of Strix and Irons being the player of the season, and here he is. We've got the 7, we've got the 5, and we've got the 4, which he's going to test out to see which one's perfect for him. A great range of Strix and Irons that you're going to try.
Absolutely, Maz. I've already got my mind set on the 5s, but I want to have the look and feel on him, so it's going to be lekker.
Well, next year you'll be in your Strix and Irons.
Absolutely.
Good luck with your fitting here at Golf Concepts.
Thanks, man.
Let's see what the numbers are.
I just want to show you guys this white line, if you can go out of the picture. This was the player of the season with his current shafts and irons. And the one that I'm taking now is going to be this blue one. So I'm just challenging the guys. Good luck for next year.
What do you think of your ZX5?
ZX5 is pretty good. I must say the look and feel of it is great. My current irons, I'm a bit shocked that it's so bad, on paper. But the ZX5 is great.
Frikkie, already your clubs in hand.
Yeah.
And how are they going?
Maz, I had 2 rounds with him. First one was a bit shaky, but the second round definitely went well. So just glad I got this. Got it on the 24th. So thank you, Strixon. This is awesome. The bag,
Christmas
everything.
present.
Oh, it was lekker, man. So as I said, 2 games, and hopefully today will go well. So looking forward to this.
Frikkie, there you go. How's it going with your new Strix and Irons?
No, lekker, Maz. Like I mentioned there on the video, that the first 2 rounds didn't go so well. So that was the birthday golf. I think I shot a 79 on that day. So great improvement from the previous 2 rounds. And I had one round the other day at Eagle Canyon, just the driver that actually got myself into trouble, and I shot at 82, I think it was there. So, but I mean, the look and feel is going well. So, I mean, the iron play is at this stage the stronger play for me. So, love it. It's great.
Well, we'll see how your season goes. Donnie, anything interesting from that fitting?
No, obviously it's like, to see Frikkie's numbers of his Titleist irons versus the Strixon irons, it's like considering he won the season last year with that big of a grouping, is quite interesting. But guys, I did try and give us all a chance. I wanted to put him into ZX4s with lady shafts, but unfortunately I did get overruled. And also, he is my partner for the team match play, so I just needed to give us a bit of a better chance than last year.
Of course.
So yeah.
Of course. So let's see how it goes for your season. The other thing I quickly want to touch on is that yesterday there was a duck who played at Copperleaf and made a hole-in-one. Yes, we're talking about Jacques Gravenstein. He came through on our groups where the videos came through, and he had made a hole-in-one on the 17th, right? If I'm not mistaken. The par 3.
Yeah.
And they shared that moment with the rest of us. And if you haven't seen it, here is a bit of a look at what happened.
Hey, Jackie. What happened there, Jackie?
130 meters, 9-9. Called it actually.
Actually called it.
In the hole, straight in.
Slam dunk. With the gallery.
Did it hit straight in the fucking hole? No way. Look at how it scratched the back of the cup. No pitch mark. No pitch mark.
There's the pitch mark. Yo! What a chap. Jackie boy.
Nice.
We'll just go this way.
I wonder if Jacques had to buy all the drinks for the clubhouse, if there were a lot of people there.
He did. He told me he actually bought a nice little. I think it was a Shiva's Altus in the end that he bought. So yeah, it's going to be their lekker drink for the 4-ball on a few occasions. So yeah, well done. Thank you.
Nice Jacques
Yeah, lekker,
Gravenstein,
Jacques, well
Paul
done.
says.
Yeah.
Well done, nice Jacques. And Mornay says, lekker Jacques Gravenstein. Jacques, you were a few days too early because we have 11 Duckhook players who have made hole-in-ones in the history of Duckhook. Can you believe it? So many already. That's last year we had 4 in 2022, which included Cornel Erasmus, who got it on the first league event at Killarney, if I'm not mistaken, and Ronnie Volhut, who got the last one at the Players' Championship at Serengeti on the 5th hole, if I'm not mistaken. So another one another hole-in-one from a duck, but not on the honours board, as we say. Okay, so what is new coming up this season? Besides playing the Strixon on board again, thank you very much to them. The player of the season will once again get a set of irons of their choice and a golf bag. And then the series champions gets a year's supply of Strixon golf balls, which should go a long way. Fricky, you've got plenty. You've probably got them scattered all over the place. So let's see how long it takes you to get through 12 dozen of the Strixons.
Hopefully it doesn't sell them.
Yeah, don't sell them. Don't be that guy. What else is happening? Well, if you haven't seen, we're doing a race to Old School Cup, which is a best net average. The golfers are automatically entered into this race and the chance to keep improving their average. How do you keep improving your average? Well, the best 15 out of 33 scores count. That means you have to play 15 series events. Okay, your scores will be taken and then your average will be calculated. So you can keep, the more you play, the lower you can get your average if you can get your bad rounds out. We're going to give 3 guys the opportunity to win. Some credits. Well, not only 3 guys, we'll be 3 champions. So the brackets are going to be from whatever plus to 9 handicap, from 10 to 19 and 20 to 30. You might think, how am I a 10 going to compete with a 19? But it's not gross, gentlemen. It's best net. So that is your score minus your handicap. And then it goes all the way to 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place will take will win some credits. So exciting. This should be something different, boys.
Yeah, Mass, I think definitely, especially, sort of the single figure handicappers, also gives them something that they can actually play for, not to say they couldn't, but, it's like to win a league game, is quite tough for a single figure. So I think really this is quite a nice thing to do. It's like I think it's all fairly done and it gives every type of level golfer his own chance, to compete with his peers that's in the same group. So I think it's quite a nice initiative.
And what it does, it really makes every single shot count if you're trying to get your best average score. You don't give up because you want to drop your worst scores. Then another exciting announcement is that Champagne Sports Resort is sponsoring the Masters. And what are they sponsoring? Well, they're sponsoring a 2-night stay for 4 golfers, including a round of golf. Now, in my opinion, that's an absolutely awesome prize to take 4 of your mates with to Champagne Sports Resort to play a round of golf. And you might as well throw in an extra round of golf at your cost because you're not going to only be there for, you can fit in 2 rounds of golf. So the Masters will be at Serengeti on the 1st of April. How do you get into it? Well, January, February, March is the qualifying cycle. So you need to play 3 of the same series. So if you need to play Series 1, Series 1, Series 1, January, February, March, you collect as many ranking points as possible. And then the top 14 will go through to qualify from that series. So 14 from each series, automatic qualifiers, all the major winners from last year and the series winners and the player of the season. The nice thing about that is most of the same, it opens up spots because Frikkie has got a couple of spots already, player of the season and Thursday series, so 1 spot opens. So the field is limited to 48 players, that's the max we can go. So you really got to earn your spot into the major, or for now, the Masters. A great prize to play for. I'm excited. Frikkie, want to add that?
Awesome.
Yeah, man. I'm glad that it's back at Serengeti. That's one of the, in my history that I've played here with Duckhook. To me, Serengeti is the major place to do the major in the end. So I'm very happy that Serengeti is back on the field.
Yes, they didn't bump us this year for a Sunshine Tour event. That's what happened last year. If you're wondering, a Sunshine Tour came around and said, we need the state, and Duckhook went, wish. That's why we played it for the players, but all back to normal. Yes, then singles knockout and team knockout. The entries are open, right? So if you want to enter a team, the teams are unlimited. As many teams can enter as possible. You send me your team, your name, but most importantly, on the app, the Duckhook app, you can go book your spot and make payment, or you can EFT us, but you need to make payments, otherwise you're not even going to feature. The singles, we're doing it a little bit differently this year. We're not going to have pool and virtual groups. We're going straight
So
knockout.
Paul will be happy.
So Paul will be happy. We've got to try things. We've got to try things, but we have done it a little differently. So this is how it's broken down.
The 2022 Singles Match Play Championship is a straight knockout. 64 players will take each other on to see who will be the champion. This year there will be 2 chances. The winners will go through to the Cup round of 32, where 16 will take on 16, while the losers of the first round will take each other on in the plate competition. Once the winners have moved on, there will be the round of 16 of the Cup and plate, where 8 players will take on the next 8 players, and same for the plate. All to get a chance to get into the quarterfinals of the Cup and Plate competition, where 4 take on 4. Then the pressure is on with the Cup semi-final and the Plate semi-final. It's down to 4 who can make it into the final and who can be the champion. The final happening at Glendower at the Summer Cup on the 2nd of December, where the Cup and Plate finalists will take each other on for all the glory. We can't wait to see who the champions will be from each division in the 2022 Singles Match Play Championship.
Well, there we have it, gentlemen. That's how the Singles Match Play Championship will work this year. And Paul is very, very happy. I'm glad we could make you happy, Paul. So the plan is we have set aside dates for these singles games. If I'm not mistaken, the first one, I'm actually forgotten now exactly where we are, but it's in March, right? So that field, we want all the singles guys to book into that field. I think it's Michali's Park, which is a nice venue to have this, right? Yeah. So that we can spend a day, not only on the league event, but we play all of it. And then we already work out who goes to the plate and who goes to the cup. So that is one whole round done. And then the following month, we play the next stage. We put all those games in again. So once that's done, it frees up so many people to continue with their team games, okay? Because then the round of 16 quarterfinals and semifinals, we've got like 6 months to do them, which is fantastic. There's no rush in that. And then we won't have too much of a rush like we had in 2021 to get it done. But yes, Frikkie, the finals will still be at the Summer Cup.
Yeah, lekker. It's good for me. let's say that. Last time it worked in my favor. But I just want to challenge the guys. Donnie's going to take the cup final and I'll take the plate final. Is that okay? Donnie, is that a challenge for us singles, eh?
Yeah, no, I think let's go for that. You won it last year, so I'll take it this year.
Okay, I'll do the plate one. It's fine.
Yeah, there's a lot. And Donnie has been in finals before. He lost to Christo Illes at Copper Leaf, if I'm not mistaken, after a big build up to that. I've got some more comments, and let's just go through that, and then we're going to go to the shootout teams. I'm sure you're waiting to see what happens there. Peter Zakari saying, evening, gents. Awesome to have the show back. Really looking forward to the new season. Yes, we are. And then, Monet, thank you. Love the new look so far. The gremlins have stayed out of it. Trust me, before we came on air, we had some gremlins. Yes, it might happen. But anyway,
Touch
George.
wood, it doesn't
George
happen.
is new. He's playing his first game at Services. Welcome, George. Everybody say hi.
Welcome, George.
Hello,
Thank you
George.
very much. You'll be
Welcome,
very
you'll
glad
Enjoy it.
to meet all your new friends. Let's just say that. Ian Holtzhausen. Holtzhausen, that's right. First time. How's it, Ducks? How's it, Ian? Thank you for joining us as well. And then, yes, Paul, welcome to the newbies. Paul's very active today. I wonder if he's got a keyboard attached to his phone or where he's watching. He's typing like a monster here. Right, shootout. Right, we're ready. Here we go. Shootout. So I'm going to go through the teams that were automatically decided. For the new guys, you might be wondering, how do I get into the shootout team? Well, you have to get into next year's shootout teams because the teams are made up of the top 10 of each series from last season and then the Barbarians team. So let's recap. Frikkie, here's your team.
Yeah, Mas, it's a lovely team. I think we strong group. Richard, Bobby, Simon, Carl, Peter, Jamie, Mas. Maybe that guy's not so good, but then we've got Kunrad and Andre Kotze. So yeah, looking forward to hopefully lead them into a trophy.
And what I can say is, sorry, Donnie, not everybody's confirmed yet. So there is a subs list. So keep your eyes open for that. Yes, Donnie?
Ricky, I'm just sorry for you that Maz has got his Barbarian shirt on the picture and on the show tonight. So you can see where his roots are lying.
No, absolutely. That's why I say he's a dodgy character, eh?
It was method to my madness, I'm telling you. Okay, let's go to the next team. The next team is Sunday Series 1. And this is, when you're Randall's team. Donnie, take us through your captain's team.
All right, so obviously captain is Randall Chetty, myself is in second, Hanu, Graham, Jaco Jacobs, Barry Venter, Kobus Kuman, Louis Gerber, Paul Ricketts, and then Leon Oosthuizen. I think it's also a pretty good team, a couple of low handicappers. Yeah. So I think it's going to be, on the day, 36 holes. I think we're going to do well.
Well, put it this way, to get into the top 10, you need to play a lot of golf and you deserve to be here. This is Series 2. This is the team. I'll go through Series 2 quickly. Ronnie Volherter is the captain for winning Series 2. Basil Wright, Carl van der Linde, playing, I think, in his first shootout. Very exciting. I think he just missed out last year, so nice to have you. Kero making a debut as a rookie. Gerard Sneeman, Frikkie, very happy to be in the shootout.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, he's taking the game serious. He's already did a fitting today with Donnie, so yeah, he's taking it very serious.
Clint Brett is also a rookie into the shootout team. Nicky Vellengoed, nice to see you. Jacques Gravenstein is in the shootout. Aldo Fourie and Ryan Esmond. Kero asked me the other day, he said, is Aldo Fourie in this team? And I said, I couldn't remember, but he is. Okay, so.
Do you think he's going to play, Maz?
Who's that?
Aldo.
Oh, I hope so. Where is he? Is he not here?
He's moving.
Oh, is he? Well, then
down to
maybe there's another spot open for another substitute, which is not a bad thing for the substitute. Okay, the Barbarians. Are we ready to see what? Now, there was a criteria. We don't just pick people, Frikkie and myself went through a lot of this because he was my sounding board on who deserves to be in this team. So there is criteria. I'm going to go through the criteria with you. But your captain this year for the Barbarians. Everybody, can you please put your hands together? I can tell you it's not Fats. It is Billy Hall.
Like a Billy!
And there is Billy Hall's team.
Like a Billy, yes. I agree 100%.
Let us go through the team. Fats Carlitz as owner and very much in admin in the Duckhook background is in the shootout team. Trevor Miller, well done for getting in. In the top 20 of the rankings. And the team shootout champion with Ronnie. Peter Zakaria just missing out on many of the Sunday leagues and in the top 20 of the player rankings. He's in. Kevin Ho, winner and in the top 20. He won at Kyalami, so he's in. Gerard Gerber, also in the top 20 and won at the final Thursday series event at Waterkloof. Then Grant Nell winning at Blue Valley. He was in the top 10 of the rankings, but not in the top 10 of any of the series. Ryan Jensen, you're there. I'm sure you had a clue.
Static. I had an idea. I was hoping, but I didn't know it was confirmed.
Then Leon Oosthuizen for winning at
Leon van Aarde.
Leon van
Aarde, my bad, for making it in as well. And then just missing out. And then Hansi Hamad winning at Reading to get his spot in there. There we go. I want to just show you what the criteria was. This was supposed to go first. Loyalty members, top 20 ranked players, league major special event winners, events played, because if you've played 40, if you've played 37 out of the 40 events, and you were right up there, you would have got in. There's some guys who played a lot of games, but they didn't reach all the criteria. Yes, so boys, what do you think of the Barbarians team? Are you happy?
Yeah, Mas, just one criteria that I know that the questions might come out. Out of that, there is league winners that's not playing at the stage. Keep in mind that if you were a league winner, but you're not ranked well in the top 20, for instance, so that's why you're a wild card as an example, and not a player. But overall, I think the team is very strong. Probably the best on paper at this stage, I would say, because of their handicaps. So yeah, 100%. Looking forward to play against them.
Okay.
My view is also it's a good team. It's all winners that won last year. Yet again they deserve to be there. For the guys like Ricky said that might say that they won, but they were outside the top 20. My advice to them is just guys, just a little bit, put a little bit of more effort or practice in. That you guys can join the shootout. I think it's definitely one of the events of the year, and you guys definitely want to be part of it. So, if you found that you're just a little bit out, just 1 or 2 seconds extra at the range, so you guys can get in there.
To put this in perspective,
I must agree with Donnie there, because a few of those players there, if you look at them there, actually had a very good average season, very good average season throughout. It was very seldom that they struggled or anything. I mean, Billy being captain, I think, is extremely good there. I mean, he had a very good season. Here and there, he did moan, my handicap's coming down, but yet he still performed very well, even though his handicap was coming down. I reckon there's a few players there that, well deserved. Congrats on making the team. Deserved it.
I want to put it in perspective shortly. When you see the list of substitutes, you will realize how difficult this process was. Because if you look at the substitutes, it's like, how did we leave half of those oaks out? But, not everybody can be chosen. And I know that Peter Zach, you would have been very happy to make the shootout team, for sure. So welcome to the team. Let me show you the substitutes, gentlemen, so you can see how difficult this actually was. This is the substitutes. J.P. Atwood, Dana Perumal, Henry Hall, Shandon Schaefer, Mornay O'Kelly, Jan Venter, Dorian Fourie, Peter van Wyk, Cornel Erasmus, and John van der Venter. These are the guys that are the substitutes. How the substitute works is that the captains can choose, if they need to replace anyone, they can choose from that list. It's not in order. They can choose whoever they want. Okay? So you better start sending some WhatsApps, especially if Aldo's not around. Yeah. Right, happy boys?
Yeah, very happy.
Dorian, I see you. Whoop. At least I made the subs list. Yes, you did indeed. You featured well in one of on the Thursday series, I think it was. Yes. Okay, handicaps. Ryan, we want to go through this quickly, okay, so we can get to the services at one point. So here we go. We are going to explain exactly the breakdown, but quickly. So, number 1. This is how the Duckhook handicap works. If you are not aware, there's a Duckhook handicap and the Saga handicap. And you play off the lowest of the two. How does the Duckhook calculations work?
Okay, so what happens is we take the best 3 games of your last 6. Very similar to your current H&A that takes the best, I think it's the best 8 out of the last 20 that they take. So we use the last 6 games to take the best 3 differentials, and then from there we do the calculation times 96. But now you got to remember the Duckhook handicap, we use your stable fit points and not strokes. Here's a couple examples. I'm going to run through in detail on examples. The guys are more than welcome to later go through the show and pause it. All the information is on the website as well. But yeah, and then I think that's pretty much here. Then, with exceptional scores, once you hit 40 points and upwards for an event, you get triggered with an exceptional round, and then your percentage that we use 0.96, that gets adjusted to 0.90, and then if you hit 2 exceptionals, it gets down to 0.880%, and then until your 6 games of that round moves out, and then that'll cancel out your exceptional. But your exceptionals are triggered on 40 points. That's there. And then if we can go to the next slide. Now, this is where you have a Saga handicap and you have a Duckhook handicap. you play off the lower of, as Maz explained. The lower of is for the day that's calculated on that day. Then you play off the lower of. Now, there are quite a few guys that don't have Saga affiliated handicaps. So what we do then there is, on the non-affiliated players, you, on your very first round, so for the new guys that aren't affiliated, you'll play off scratch for that first round, and then from there you will receive a Duckhook handicap from the next event. On that day, you'll receive a field average points of that day, and then so that at least you've got some decent points on the ranking board. And then after, like I said, after the first round, you'll get a Duckhook handicap. And then once your Duckhook handicap gets calculated, because you are non-affiliated, you'll play off 75% of that handicap that you have now on the Duckhook. Simply the reason being is because everybody that has Saga affiliated, they pay for their Saga handicap and they submit the handicap and that gets calculated and everything. So for us, this is just pretty much of a fair way.
And it's fair because 98% of the field are affiliated.
Yes, 98%, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's even higher than that, but yeah, 98% of the field is affiliated. Then the guys that are affiliated, new players, your first round you play off 80% of your handicap on your first round. From going forward there, then your handicap will get adjusted. Well, not adjusted, you'll play off your Saga handicap, and then your Duckhook handicap that you've got, then the lower of the two. One thing was, remember guys, please, we're going to get stronger and stronger onto it. Your completed rounds must be submitted. You guys can go and check it. If you want rules, I'll help you with that, but really it's on the website there. From the day that you've opened your round and the day that you play, you have 24 hours to submit your round. The reason being with that is there's a playing course condition that gets calculated into it. We might not like it. Some of us agree with it, some of us disagree with it, but you know what it is, and that's the rules. You have to submit it within 24 hours. If it's not submitted within 24 hours, you have to submit it with penalty. If you happen to know somebody at a course or something, I don't care, it has to be done with a penalty, because that is the golf rule. It's unfair compared towards the guys that actually do their correcting and follow those steps and follow those rules. Then the other thing that we can have that we must keep in mind is with the Saga handicaps. No, but I lost my train of thought there. Can you go to the previous slide for me, please?
The previous one.
Sorry, I lost my. Yeah, the previous one. Sorry, I had a comment that I wanted to say. No, that's pretty much.
Yeah, Brian, just remember also, if they don't submit their scores, they'll play off 75% of the lowest of their.
That's what I wanted to say. Yes. If you don't submit the scores, and you find you out, you'll play off 75% of your lowest of the two handicap. You'll play off 75% of that until such time that it's been rectified correctly that it needs to be. If not, then going forward, you'll play off 75% off the lower of the two that is calculated for the event. Then, as everybody knows, Duckhook handicap has a cap. It's a cap of 3 shots that you have on your current Duckhook handicap. So, in other words, if you're a 10 handicap, you cannot get calculated higher than a 13 handicap. So, with that, we had that last season. A lot of the questions were asking, does the cap carry over? Does it remain? Whatever. The change that it is, what we're doing is, for the season of 2021, we're calculating an average for your entire season that you played of your Duckhook handicap. This is now your Duckhook handicap only. With what your average is, whatever your average calculates, then your cap will be applied. So, for example, if we've got, I think Donnie's a good example. He started last season with a +1 or +2, I think it was. So his cap was at 1. Now this year, his average calculates to the previous season to 0. So this year his cap will go to 3. So some of the guys will gain 1 or 2 shots. Some of the guys might lose a shot. Maz actually loses the shot because he had a very good stint throughout the year. He started off with a 16 last year, and now this year, with his average calculated to 15. But now his handicap goes to, his cap is at 18. So for this year, it cannot go higher than 18 what his Duckhook handicap calculates to. Maz, go back to the slide, please, the last slide. Then let's see, the maximum handicap remains at 30. We're going to leave that as is. I think it's pretty much fair because, compared to Saga, we don't want to go too much higher than that. And new players' cap is new players' cap is added after their 4th round. So all the new guys, when you start, don't worry, your cap is not going to come into effect after your first round. It takes about 4 rounds to average out to what your Duckhook handicap is, which is why we set it at 4 rounds. So after your 4th round, then your handicap will be on your average, shall we call it, and then you'll be capped onto that one, which is then 3 additional shots onto whatever that gets calculated. So you guys not need to worry about that.
Give us an example of Cyril quickly.
Yes, and there's Cyril's actually quite a good example for the average handicaps. I'd like Cyril to keep in mind because he's been one that I've been monitoring throughout the year. He started last year off 20 handicap with Duckhook, but his Saga was, I think, 6 or 7 shots higher than that. So his Duckhook, he played quite a bit of his Duckhook there. But now, because he started last year on a 20 handicap, with his 3 shots extra, his maximum handicap was 23 for the year. That's what he was able to get it. Now, because of all the games that he played last year, his average calculates to 22 that he starts off with this year. So Cyril, you gained 2 shots, so your cap is on 25 this year. So you can't go higher than 25. At least you get a couple of shots this year. So I think he'll be pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Get some shots.
Yeah.
Give us an opportunity.
And I think in short, that's the handicaps. I don't know if there's anything else is there, but I think in short, that's the handicaps. If there's any questions, anything, the website is there. Otherwise, contact me. If you're not on the Duckhook Info WhatsApp group, get yourself on there, then my contact detail will be there, and get in touch, and yeah, we'll gladly explain, go through it. If you need any stats or anything, we can give it to you, no stress at all.
Jacques has a question. Will the average handicaps list be sent out or published?
No, Jacques, not for you. No, kidding. I'll publish everything, and with the services, handicaps and everything will be throughout the day tomorrow. It will all be published, everything.
Yes.
What I'll do is maybe on the app I'll just send out a notification to all you guys, let you know when it will be there. But it'll be throughout the day tomorrow, so by close of business tomorrow, hopefully it'll be out.
So Corby says, when will the handicaps be on the website? Well, you can put that average handicap list onto the website and or we'll just share it with the info group. If that makes
what I'll
sense.
do is it'll just be the handicap list that I'll put on there, and then the average will be there already calculated as. So what I'll do is I'll maybe do a column of what your handicap is, and then I'll do a column for the average. If you want the actual calculations and everything, I can just send it out for you.
All right, boys, that's it. Thank you very much, Ryan, for that explanation. Let's move on to services. Services starts Series 1. And then, just to cap what's on the rest of the series, Modderfontein in February, Royal East in March, State Mines in April, Magalies Park in May, Houghton in June, Waterkloof in July, Copperleaf in August, Wingate Park in September, South Downs in October, and Firethorn, the Rand Park course, in 6. Hopefully their greens are fixed by then. We've given them a whole year to fix the mess they made. But a good bunch of courses that Series 1 you get to compete on. Don't forget, if you are wearing a Shrixon cap and you win, you get an extra dozen golf balls. It's not of your choice. They've given us Q-Star Tours. So that will be the balls that you will win a dozen of. Gentlemen, please wear the cap the whole time. Don't be one of those guys who quickly wins, goes to the car and puts the cap on, because I'm watching.
As, quickly on that one, if you wear a cap in a major and you win, do you also get a dozen?
Yes. You just.
I get another dozen.
Well, if you win another major, yes. Stop being greedy.
Yeah, man. Just give the rest of us a chance, man.
Give the rest of us a chance.
Guys, let me tell you this. You'll see now.
Yeah.
Fricky and myself had a conversation just before the show started of the rough of services, and he wants the guys to lose golf balls in there that he can pick it up so he can play with it, and he's won 12,000 golf balls last year.
Can you believe this?
Yes,
That's
a fine word. That is a fine word.
Yeah, I agree. What was I on? I was on the credits, boys. Winning credits. The field size 40 to 60, you will win 600 credits. 60 to 80 is 800. 81 plus is 1,000. I can tell you one thing. We are, the last I looked, on 86 players for services. So 1,000 credits will be coming your way if you win it. That's at least 2 or 3 rounds of golf. We're really going to get the credits going this season. Right, services. I played there on Sunday with a couple of the Ducks for a practice round because I wanted to see what it looked like, because I have to show you. You want to know. So this is, look how pretty these pictures are. There is one thing that a Duckhook golfer looks forward to, and that is the start of a new season. Yes, the 2022 Duckhook season is right around the corner. The 16th of January, everybody will descend to a new golf course. Never played on the Duckhook calendar before, Services Golf Club. Services Golf Club, just outside Centurion, is a military course, opened in 1994 for the public, and it's looking really, really good. The rain has really helped. Everything is green in this Parklands course. A par 72, a good contest for the players that will be competing in the first event of the season. Well, behind me is the putting area that is surrounded by the clubhouse, and this will be absolutely jam-packed come the 16th of January. Who's going to win? Who can hold the first trophy of the season? Well, we're going to have to find out. But first, let us break down Services. Yes, we're going to break down Services with the boys. But first, I have a question for you. I said there was going to be a question. The question is twofold. There's a little animal running around at Services. You'll see a whole bunch of them. There's even a GUR section on the 10th that they've marked off for them. And this is the little animal that's running around. I want to know what this actually is. What is this? I can give you a clue. It's not an eland. Okay? It's not an eland, this little animal. Do you know what it is? Put your comment at the bottom. Put your comment at the bottom. I'm sure you know what it is because I already told you what it was. Monet?
It's a voorshond.
A meerkat is incorrect. Is not.
Maar nou, ek stem saam as 'n meerkat, hoor.
I think meerkats are cuter and longer and not yellow. So yours all wrong. Look, another one. Roy.
It's a meerkat. You guys, it's like a
I can't keep up. Every time I try and take a comment out, another one pops in. Oh, now the yolks have broken the thing now. Look at this. Absolutely broken this thing. I'll just read it. Dierwald says, Roy Meerkat. Trevor.
Dierwald, I like that one.
Leon, Trevor's got the English animal, meerkat. The others got Aragons, the meerkat. Leon, meerkat. Pranay, mongoose. Nico Kruger, mongoose. First time at Services for Peter Zach. I don't know what animal that is. Keep going, and Dorian Mongoose. Oh, nice. Orange rat.
Yeah,
you will not be getting golf balls, Paul. That's for sure. You will not be getting golf balls. Okay. Right, I'll give you the answers.
I'll
just
show
now.
you orange rat later, eh?
I'll give you the answers later. Okay. What do we? We've got to go to the scorecard, boys.
Like Billy's one, eetkoring.
Open to the public in 1994. Parkland style golf course. Fairways is Kikuyu, bent grass greens, situated in Centurion. Services scorecard. Well, you start off with a very short path for stroke 17. Not much to it. And then if you're starting on the 10th, you start on the stroke 2, which is a longer, more narrow, tree-lined hole. So that you'll do well to make a par or birdie there, rather. Let's have a look. We have the standard 2 par 5s on each side, 2 par 3s on each side. Nothing really special.
Boys, can I quickly jump in there?
You go in. Tell me what you think about it.
Okay, well, what I just want to let the guys know, on the 12th hole, after playing that very nice short little par 3, the 11, when you get to the tee box of the 12, guys, take a minute, look at the view. You can see the Voortrekker monument in the background. You know, really, it's such a beautiful view from the tee box. So yeah, guys, just take a second, look at the nature, look at the view. Stunning golf course. I really enjoy it. So yeah.
I can tell you one thing. When we played, the one thing that was very noticeable is this. Look at how the rough was compared to the fairway. Now, they promised me that they were cutting because they're on holiday and they had a lot of rain. So I hope they do cut this because the score's going to be high if the rough carries on like that. But that's what they said.
Just keep it in the fairway, guys. That's all.
It's got to be phone just to keep the rough like that, please.
No, but why?
Because then I've got a chance.
He doesn't eat into the rough.
Oh, that's true. That's true. For the rest of us, it's going to be do. Yes, Nico Kruger, the course doesn't look great. I'll give you a heads up. There's 1 or 2 greens that are a bit patchy from all the rain they've had. But generally, you've got to remember, there's categories of golf courses. You get like category 1, which is expensive and nothing out of place. This is not one of those golf courses. Don't expect they're coming to play a Royal East. Let's just be simple. They got a great gathering area, so I look forward to everybody gathering at the green.
Yeah, guys, just to quickly touch on the course. Guys, obviously looking at the course during winter time, summertime, the course is definitely a good track. It's a challenging track. There's a couple of holes where you have to think of what you want to hit off the tee. There's a couple of short holes. It's like but tricky greens. So you have to if you're going to miss the greens, miss it on the right side. Just take a second, look where the flag is. If it's stuck, just try and miss it on the right side, just to give you an easy up and down, because the course is not as easy as it looked when you're standing on the tee box.
Yeah, sorry, Donnie, I just need to bring in something. He tells you guys to miss on the right side. Please also miss sometimes on the left side as well, okay?
Leon Oyster said the par 3s is nice and tricky. Well, here are the closest to the pins. It will be the par 3 8 is the first closest to the pin. That is, I think it was almost 200 meters when we played it, and the tree's all the way on the left, so you can't really cut it in there. Paul, please.
That par 3 8, sorry, Maz, I've witnessed a hole in one there.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's quite a decent one. 5-iron, Leon van Aarde smacked that one time.
Mr. Ricketts, you need to work on your draw for this hole, just so you know. Then the par 3 15th is going to be the par 3 close to the pin. That's over the sky. It's full carry because it's more like marshy land, if you see. And the closest in 2 is the par 5 5th. If you've played it, you'll know it's a big dogleg left. You can't even see the green. So you hit it, you don't need to hit it more than 240, otherwise you're on a fairway, and then you've got probably about an 8-iron left into it. I'm trying to keep up with all the comments here, but I'm finding it very difficult. Okay, let me give you the answer. Let me do this. Let me give you the answer of what that little Jelans was. Okay, there we go. So this little thing, and I'm going with what's on the golf course, right? Because on the golf course, this is a yellow mongoose, or a synthesis penny silla dollar witkawas meisond.
Witkawas meisond.
So if anybody said the other names, then you're definitely winning the golf balls. But if you said yellow mongoose, then you're in standard chance of winning the golf balls. I don't know if like I said, so many comments have come through. So if you did say yellow mongoose, I don't know where that's gone. I'll have to check while the other guys are talking. But I got another question for you. Which South African golfer, professional golfer, was club champion at services twice? Do you know? Drop it down at the bottom and see if you get it right. Okay, and then I'll tell you after this. This is the groups. The first groups of the season is Grant Nell in Group A, Graham de Villiers, Jan Venter, Ryan Jensen. Boys, you're in Group A, so good luck. You might be wondering, what is this for? Well, this is for bragging rights, and if you're on our groups, then you get a credit fine, and you can give somebody a dop. Jacques Gravenstein, Sorrel Steyn, Dorian Faria, and Karuna Kunia, Group B. Group C is Hanno Oosthuizen, Granville Williams, Morne O'Kelly, and Peter Prinsloo. So you are the guys who are making up the groups for the first event of the season. Right, the teams. These are the teams. The blue team won last year by a single head-to-head. We played many, many games. Out of the 33, the blue team won by like one game. Frankie Barnard, as the 2021 champion, you will be captaining the red team. And just losing out on the championship was Ronnie Bollitter. He'll be captain of the blue team. So let's see how this starts. Frankie, you want to go through your team?
Ja, I've got Jandre Henning, Gerard Gerber, lekker G-man. Hey, ek het my partner daar staan, Dani en Mr. Hansie, Martin Taute, Steven Saunders, Jacques' new partner, Peter Zak, Cornel Erasmus, and Adam Ford. I think these guys are going to carry us well through this red team. So, yeah, looking forward, guys.
Somebody go through the blue team while I go through comments.
Well, we've got Ronnie. Go for it, Ronnie.
Go for it, Donnie.
Okay, we've got Ronnie Bollitter as captain, and we've got his team as Clint Bruders, Leon Duplessis, Lyle Langley. Lyle, it's going to be a good game between me and you. Nathan Potgieter, Paul Ricketts, Maz, Fats, Keegan Corbett, and then Nicky Wallengoed.
There you go, gentlemen. So that is it for the teams. Let's see who takes the first one. Okay, right. Do you want to know what the answer was? Well, here's the answer, and I'll see who was correct. If you look at this board all the way down to where we're looking at, 1989, Retief Goosen. 1990, Retief Goosen. I've got a couple of guys who said Retief Goosen. Nico said, I think it's, oh no, it disappeared. Sorry, where's Nico? Nico, I think it's Retief Goosen. You think correctly. Then there was somebody else said Retief. That was Jaco Jacobs. Leon Oosthuizen said Retief, so well done, Leon. Paul, it's not only else, and Jaco Jacob said Retief, but that doesn't count because you pointed it out to me to go have a look to see that what it was Jaco. So I said, oh, awesome. Did you say yellow mongoose, Monet? Did you really?
Didn't he just say mongoose?
I don't know.
I know that Renee started with mongoose only, so I'm not sure if that's the winner.
It is impossible.
He was the first cutter as well.
It's impossible. Anyway, so what I'm going to do? Who should get the balls, boys? Who should get the balls?
My vote will go to Pranay because I saw mongoose first. So I don't know if you want to say yellow first, but my vote will go to Pranay.
So let's do that. Pranay was the first one to say mongoose. Dorian says mongoose. Lyle said mongoose. Mongoose.
Yeah, Pranay was
yeah, okay, Pranay. You win, Pranay. So come get your 2 sleeves of golf balls from me on Sunday. That was a bit of a... There's got to be an easier way to go through comments. Because every time somebody comments, the whole list moves up. So it's constantly going... And then as I push, the list goes up again. And boys, that's it. That's it. The first show of the year is done. A little bit longer than normal, but we had to get through a lot of things. Thank you very much for joining us. We hit a record 53 guys joining us, which is awesome. It makes us coming on and taking out the time to do the show really worth it. And we can only grow from there. Thank you for your support. And the player pack goes out tomorrow. As Ryan said, he's going to be working on the handicaps tomorrow. So once that's all done, the player pack will go out with all the information. If you are new and you need any information, you can contact me. You're more than welcome to. But then we'll see you. There's plenty of us looking forward to seeing the new boys. Okay, boys? Thank you very much, Donnie. Thank you, Frikkie. And thank
I'm
you.
waiting for you guys.
Thank you, Ryan.
Lekker, looking forward to the start.
Taking very seriously this year. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Last thing. I know we didn't touch on the KZN League.
We didn't.
If I'm correct. But just for the guys in KZN, welcome. You guys were first up. I hope you guys had a good event and carry it on for the whole year, and
while you're hijacking it, you might as well go through this list.
Well, I was like, I just remembered the Southern League, but yeah.
Good on you, Donnie. Good on you.
Durbisnell, well played for your 35 points there, beating Hayden Stone on the countback. Santosh and then
Santosh.
And then Gabriel, and then Tian back on 7th place. Donnie, and then Craig and Aslam, making the top 10. So well done to you guys. I hope that you guys carry on the whole season, and be part of the community from that side, and then also maybe come up and join us on events here.
Awesome.
We must go down.
The classic. Yeah, we'll go down one of these days. It's just that when you have 33 series events up here, to find the gap becomes interesting. Okay, can I say goodbye now? Has anybody got something else to say?
Okay.
Right. Say goodbye.
I want to be in the big block. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yes.